It's finally time for a complete tour of my $15,000 Hot Toys collection, and there's no better way to start than with
day and night.
I glazed this figure to oblivion, but you can't even blame me. This thing looks so good. I love you, Goon Knight. Next, we got two really rare figures, Charlie Cock, and let me tell you something. These figures have skyrocketed in value ever since Born Again dropped, but they're so sick looking, and I never see anybody with this Punisher.
Bad to the bone.
I also never see anybody with a Ghost Rider figure. This is one of my all-time favorites, and I couldn't be happier that I got this guy. Next is my The Boys shelf, and I absolutely love this trio, bro. I can't believe I have to wait another year for the next season to drop. Starting off my second shelf, we have Green Glizzy Gobbler and Mysterio, and not really a fan of this pairing, bro. I wish I had some other characters to pair him with, but they're all I got for now. Of course, we have Carnage. It's definitely a centerpiece in my collection. Everyone's eyes always dart towards it because it's so massive and huge, and that's what she said, but not. Speaking of fan favorites, we of course have Invincible and Are You Sure? I really couldn't be happier with these two. I mean, I milked them the fucking oblivion for the new season, so yeah. Finishing off this shelf, we have
Sigma.
This figure honestly looks really good on the shelf, but he definitely dunks his face in ice at 3 a.m. Of course, we got Doc Cock. I'll make a bet with you right now. Scroll back 60 videos. I have not changed this guy's pose once. But you already know I changed up the Spider Trio. Goat. This is definitely another standout in my collection. I'm really happy with all these figures' poses and just the look of them. Ooh, another figure whose pose I haven't changed in months. I love this Deadpool figure, but man, I'm so happy with this pose. I just haven't switched it up in forever.
New shelf. Who dis?
Charlie Cock and Charlie Cock. Obviously, Born Again's got me acting differently. I got that Matt Murdock kit bash up front and the Daredevil black suit that I picked up from 1/6 Dimension in the back. Super sick looking pair. I hope we're on the same frequency with this shelf. Dr. Freak and Wanda. I'm in love with this pair. The colors, the magic effects, the poses. It's just so freaky. I love it. Venom! This is one of my favorite figures. Not a fan of that pose. I'm definitely going to change it, but this figure is so sick looking and has always been one of my faves. Another shelf I love is Iron Spider and I Doom You 3000. I absolutely love the poses on both, and I think the colors mesh really well in this shelf. Alright, hope you enjoyed that warm-up with all the baby shitty figures. The real tour starts now. We got Jack Black Steve. I gave him his own shelf because he earned it. We're halfway there with Jarvis. It's all for the screen. Honestly, as much as I shit on that head sculpt, it gives the figure a lot of attitude, and I ended up really liking it. Alright, you guys already know this is one of my favorite setups in my entire collection. I'm never changing the symbiote setup. It's so sick. Another new shelf is the new red and blue suit and Charlie Cock as Mustang. I'm a big fan of how these colors work together and pop on the shelf. It's a really good duo. Next, we got one of my Grail pieces, Walter White and Jesse Pinkman in their hazmat suits. I put a lot of work into these guys with head swaps, body mods, and of course that custom lab in the back, but I'm really happy with how it came out. Man, I'm sorry. Star Wars has just been so lame lately, but I really do love Anakin and Obi-Wan. I just think these figures are a little old, and I kind of want the new Anakin instead of this. Ooh, next up is In-Art Superman. I don't glaze this figure enough. This is probably the best 1/6 scale figure I own. Another mid-shelf. I do like having Heisenberg and yeah, bitch, in their streetwear clothes, but do I really need them? Oh, I already felt the aura from when I started the video. This figure is so awesome. I love Kratos. God of War is one of my favorite games, and this is just one of my favorite figures of all time. Another one of my favorites that I don't really appreciate enough is Vader. I know I just shit on Star Wars earlier, but this figure is just perfect.